What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be all about the new iPad Pro that's rumored to be coming out next month in March. So it looks like March is going to be this like mega event, tons and tons of products rumored to be coming out, and one of those products is allegedly an iPad Pro with an M1 chip. So let's just dive right into the rumors regarding the new iPad Pro. First off is release date. Now of course we were just talking about March. I think this makes sense because the last iPad Pro came out last year in March, so if they want to follow the same release schedule as they have in the last 2 years, I think March makes sense. Now Ming Chi Kuo and DigiTimes are both saying that the iPad Pro is going to come out in the first half of 2021, and March fits that theory, and John Prosser and Mako Takara are both saying March as well. Now for the price of the iPad, pretty much every article that I could find online is suggesting that the price is going to pretty much stay the exact same, so that would be $750 for the 11-inch and $999 for the 12.9. Those would both be the base model iPad Pros, and I think that's a fair price because the mid-level iPad, the iPad Air, goes for $599, and I think that sounds about right. Another $150 you could get an 11-inch iPad Pro, so I definitely think that the price is going to stay the same, especially because some of the features don't really sound like it's going to justify a more expensive price. Now on to design. So we're not really expecting a ton of design changes with the new iPad Pro. Some alleged factory drawings were leaked in January, and it essentially looks the exact same as the current models. An aluminum frame, USB-C port, 120Hz refresh rate, the same camera system, and a LiDAR scanner. Now there's been a whole bunch of rumors that Now one thing to keep in mind is there have been a ton of rumors suggesting that there's going to be a high-end iPad Pro 12.9-inch that will exclusively be getting the mini LED displays. This is probably the biggest rumor regarding the new iPad Pros is the new displays, so having it exclusive to only the bigger model kind of sucks. If that is true, I'm a bigger fan of the 11-inch personally, so that would kind of bum me out, but it looks like to accommodate with the mini LED screens, it looks like the iPad Pro 12.9-inch is going to get a little bit thicker, and due to that increase in thickness, I can almost guarantee you Apple is going to make all new accessories to fit it. Yes, we're talking a new Magic Keyboard, so if you have the one from last year, you might as well just pay another $450 and buy a new one. Now for some colors, it looks like we're going to be getting the standard silver and space gray, but I'm really hoping for a Pacific blue. It's become a fan favorite with the iPhone 12 Pro lineup, so I think it would be smart to bring it over to the iPad Pro, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see if they actually differentiate from the classic silver and space gray. Now for the big topic that everybody is talking about, which is the processor. So we are definitely expecting a new chip in the iPad Pro, especially since there won't be a whole lot of new design changes. It just makes sense that most of the changes are coming internally. So some rumors are actually suggesting that we could be seeing the M1 chip in the iPad Pro. Now that would be absolutely crazy, but it is possible. This would definitely be a big upgrade for the iPad Pro, and that would hopefully mean that you could use pro level apps like Final Cut and Logic, which have never been supported on an iPad before, but I think having a chipset like that would definitely open the doors. Now Apple could always just go with an upgraded version of the A12Z Bionic chip that's in the current iPad Pros and call the new one the A13Z Bionic. It would fit the whole naming scheme and it would be obviously a more powerful chip. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what they call it and what the official specs are going to be, but if they add the M1 in there, that's pretty insane by having the same chips as their actual Mac lineup. Another feature we will be seeing is 5G connectivity, which also looks like it's going to be exclusive to the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, the cellular version, but I am hoping that it comes to both the 11 and 12.9-inch cellular versions because I don't think it makes any sense to pay extra for cellular connectivity on an iPad but then have the newest cellular technology, which is 5G, exclusive to the bigger one. I'm hoping that 5G comes to both the 11 and 12.9-inch cellular versions just because I don't think it should be exclusive to the bigger iPad Pro, especially if you're paying extra for cellular already. You should definitely be getting 5G, especially if it's available on the bigger one. Just make it available on both. Essentially what we're looking at is a much more powerful iPad Pro, making the differences between the iPad Pro and the actual MacBook Air and Pro even smaller, which is going to make it even harder to choose between for customers. But having a chip this powerful in an iPad Pro is just going to be an exciting thing overall. Now let's move on to my personal wish list. So I am hoping for Touch ID, which the iPad Air just got. It's just nice to have the choice, you know, Face ID or Touch ID. I think it would be really simple to add on to the new model, and I'm really hoping the 2021 model has it. I'm also hoping for those pro level apps that we were talking about if the chipset is that powerful. There should not be an excuse why an iPad Pro with an M1 or an M1 variant chip should not have Final Cut or Logic or other pro level apps. It can definitely support it, so I'm really hoping that it is supported on the new iPad Pro. I'm also hoping for better battery life, which is pretty much a given. That's something that Apple likes to throw in pretty much every year. A better facing front camera, because right now it's a 7 megapixel camera, which is not good at all. Give it at least 12, and please include a charging brick. I know it's pretty much almost like a guarantee that it's not going to be in the box, but one can only hope. So guys, that's pretty much all of the things that we can expect with the new 2021 iPad Pros. From the sounds of it, it looks like the internals of the iPad is going to be where the big difference lies, but it's pretty much going to look the exact same. The only thing that I'm not super excited about when it comes to these new iPad Pros is it looks like all of the cool new features are going to be exclusive to the high-end 12.9 inch, and then the 11 inch is just going to get a processor upgrade, and that's pretty much it. Now I'm hoping mini LED at least comes to the 11 inch as well, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It doesn't look like we're going to have to wait that much longer anyways, considering March is literally next month, and that's when everyone is predicting that these iPads will be shown. So guys, leave a comment down below of what you guys think about the new iPad Pro. Which one are you going to get? Personally, I will be getting the 11 inch, even though it doesn't look like it's going to be a... And what new feature are you most excited about? Other than that, thanks for watching the video. If you guys liked it, make sure you like and subscribe. Lots of content coming, but for now, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.